He sucks, man. What happened to that guy? All right, here we go. Should we call Chevy at home?
Yeah.
Came back. Let me hear that. Hi, this is the Howard Stern radio show calling, and I want to talk to Chevy on the air. Richard Belzer's here. We need to talk to him. Can you just get him? And ask him if he'll come on the air with us?
Which radio?
Howard Stern. For Chevy. If Chevy could come to the phone. Tell him we're on the phone. We want to speak to him on the air. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
That sounded like help.
Yeah, well, she has to go get Chevy up until we can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Told you I had his home number.
Wow.
No one hides from Howard.
Howard is watching you.
Well, I normally wouldn't call him, but...
Well, I don't think we're going to get this guy.
Why don't you mellow out?
It's a big house, don't you think?
Yeah, Chevy lives in a ranch.
a little while.
It's a huge house. Are we still on, or are we cut off?
Hello?
Hello? Chevy Chase.
Mr. Chase.
Us, Howard Stern, calling Chevy Chase 1992. You up, bam, boom.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Can Chevy come to the phone? We're on the radio live.
No, this is not Chevy Chase's house.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
How
did you have to go see
you had to go
there?
figure it out?
How long? Well, I don't understand why you're saying that. I know it is, and Richard Belzer's here, his good friend.
Who's this?
Can you just please get him? Hello? This is not Chevy Chase's house.
See, we have to ask the owners, who are you?
Yeah. Exactly who are you? Chevy Chase. I am telling you, I went up to Mr. Chase's bedroom, and there was a bald man in there. He don't live here no more. Hello? Have you ever seen Chevy without his toupee?
I guess he doesn't live there anymore.
Hey, now everyone in California, when you see Chevy Chase on the streets, go up to him and just say, hey, what's with your toupee, man? Why don't you take that thing off?
I don't think he hides it. I don't think he makes...
I've never seen him without it.
Well, I don't think he would, not admit that he doesn't have one.
I think I'm still on hold. I think she went back to get him.
Really?
Yeah. It's not his house, but she's going to check.
What if she just gets another person?
We
asked them if they saw Chevy.
Yeah. In fact, if it's not, tell her to get the owners.
Barry Diller's house.
He moved out when the phone rang. Barry Diller moved in.
Barry Diller.
Get the owners of the house. We want to talk to whoever's house this is.
Chevy's so creative, that's the best lie he could come up with. This is not my house.
Tell him it's not me.
This is not Mr. Chase's house.
She went to ask him if he's sure he doesn't live there.
Yeah.
Why don't we hang up, call back, have Robin ask for him, and not say it's the Howard Stern show?
Hello.
Mr. Chase?
This is
This is Goldie.
This is Goldie Hawn.
This is Goldie. We're going to do a sequel to Foul Play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Foul Lay. You finally get to go to bed with me.
Lay.
Yes. Wait, I'm telling you, she's coming back. We're still on hold. Chevy's still mulling it over. He's running around the house trying to figure out what to do.
This is not Chevy Chase's house.
He's turning on all the radios.
Now, you got this number from who?
From a very good source. I can't say who it is.
From the coast?
Yeah, I got it from Demi Moore.
What movie did they do together?
Who?
Demi? Chevy and Demi. And
they did a movie that's on HBO. It's
What's it
terrible.
called?
Dan Aykroyd's in it, too?
Yeah, it's called... Hold on.
It has like a weird name. Volcharic or something.
I'll tell you in a
Vulcan
minute.
or...
Nothing But Trouble.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like that's what happened on the set. Nothing but trouble.
I was supposed to read for that movie.
Really?
But I wasn't the right type.
Your problem was you could read. For that movie, you don't need to read. Any idiot can be in that movie.
Where did this woman go?
She's coming back.
She's vacuuming the rug, I guess.
Here she comes. Oh, she actually flew on a plane from California and came to our studios live.
I'm telling you, that's not Chevy's house, sir. Now, please. Here's Chevy coming to the phone.
Here she comes. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, how did you like Demi's movements in the last movie?
Her movements, her dancing, her voice.
Thank you.
Her moving, her dancing, her voice.
All right. I give up. What do you say, Robin?
I say call back.
Why doesn't Gary call back? Maybe he can do some convincing.
Yeah, call back.
Hey, Gary. Call Chevy's house. I got Chevy's assistant's number, too. But that doesn't do me any good. I want to speak to Chevy.
Yeah, unless you just want to leave Chevy a message.
Here, Gary, you get her on you get Chevy on the phone. Here, do it right here, right with Bell's watching, because Bell's is the official watcher. Go ahead. Gary's good at this. That's why I hired him.
Gary was great with that chick from KLOS. Is that what it was?
Yeah, wasn't that good?
Yeah, it was great. She was a jerk.
No, we don't like her. We don't like her anymore.
What's her name?
We don't know.
No, we don't care.
We don't even care. She's nobody to me.
Nobody.
So when you see Chevy Chase in California, shouldn't we just make reference?
The Howard Stern Show. I think we got disconnected. I was looking for Mr. Chevy Chase. We were coming on the air with Howard and Richard Belzer. It's not Chevy Chase's house?
Whose house is it?
Whose house is it?
Let us speak to the owners.
Do you live there, or
ask him if it's the Palisades.
Or you work there?
Are you in the
Did Chevy Chase
Palisades?
used to live there?
We tell him we spoke to Chevy yesterday here.
Because I called Chevy there yesterday, and he answered the phone. Then how could he have answered that phone? Maybe I have the wrong number. What?
Whose house is it?
Whose house is it?
How about Janie Chase? Ask for his wife.
How about Janie? Can I talk to Janie? Who's that in the background?
Melvin Chase.
Hey, kids.
Yeah, that's Chevy's kid.
Three
He's got three
daughters.
kids.
Can I talk to Janie?
Let me talk to one of the kids.
What are the kids do?
Slappy, Happy, and Mappy.
Getting Janie?
Hold
Good.
on, please.
All right. Here comes Janie. Wait.
It's Chevy.
Chevy? Chevy? Hello? Hello? Oh, it's still on hold. How do
Oh, dear.
Chevy? Hey, Chevy. Chevy.
What is this?
It's Howard. It's Howard and Belzer. We're live on the air.
Hey, Chev.
Howard and who?
Belzer. Richard.
Howard Belzer?
And Richard Stern.
Howard Stern and Belzer. We're doing our radio show. Trying to talk to you. What are you bad-mouthing me for?
Howard?
Howard Stern and Richard Belzer. We're on the radio.
What? Whose radio? Whose radio's on?
Yours.
Is
Why
your
you?
radio on?
Larry King told me to call. Why are you bad-mouthing me?
Will you turn it down a little, please? I can't hear you.
So what's going on? Why are you bad-mouthing me?
Hello?
Who's this?
I've got it, Janie.
Janie, we got it.
Listen, he's not
Hey, hey.
bad-mouthing you.
Hey,
This
Janie,
is early in the morning.
Janie, get off the phone, please. Get off the phone. I want to deal with this.
All right.
Hang up the phone.
Well, but, you know,
Janie,
someone
please
can
hang
call
up
you.
the phone, will you please? We are on the radio.
Why is he being a jerk?
Wait a second, Janie. We're on the radio. I'm trying.
I understand
Janie,
that, but
what?
why is he saying that to you when you're a very nice person?
No, he's a nice guy, but he's being real mean to me on
He's
the.
not being mean to you.
You want to hear what he said about me on Larry King?
Janie, get off the phone.
Bell.
Janie, get off the phone, please. Thank you.
Chevy. I've always been nice to you.
Hey, Howard, is this you?
It's me. We're on the air.
I got news for you.
What?
I didn't badmouth you, but I do have some news for you.
What?
This is my home, and I don't like you. Okay, is that clear?
All right.
Okay, so don't call my home again.
Okay, fine.
See you later.
Bye. Cares.
That's real radio, isn't it?
Fine.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was some anger.
That was real anger.
Did you hear him turn on his own wife because of his deferred anger towards you?
Yeah. But what's
And
his
his
deal?
wife is a very sweet person.
What's he mad at me for?
Because you called his house at 7:30 in the morning. What do you think?
It's 7:30.
Wouldn't
The
have
kids
called
are
if
up.
he hadn't been opening his mouth on the Larry King show.
Hey, it's not his house. This is not Chevy Chase's house. Why you call here, Mr. Stern? You think you so fine, Mr. Radio person?
Ah, man.
I don't like you. Okay?
Boy, that guy's got no sense of humor.
I know. You know, for someone that has done some of the greatest jokes in public,
Right.
I'm serious. He's done
Right.
some of the greatest things, and you know, badmouth executives at important dinners, and I mean, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And then you call him up, and here's a chance to have like a great moment. And I don't like, you know, like the most humorless.
But he listens every day, I guarantee you. Listen, the guy doesn't want to be... When he says to me, I don't want to talk to you at my house, I hang up. That's fine. I respect that. I do. I
Well,
really
obviously you did.
I'm not going to mix it up with the guy. If he wanted to come on the air and speak to me about...
Wasn't he grim, though? I mean, it was so grim.
He's very grim.
This is comedy. This is radio. We're doing guerrilla radio.
Grim.
You know,
He's very grim.
You think he could have come up with something more witty? Even if he dislikes you, it could have been a great exchange. But this is I have news for you. I don't like you.
Well,
this is my house. He's right.
Bad
It is 7:47.
All right. He's got a point. That's why I hung up. If the guy doesn't want me bugging him in his house, I won't. I'll tear up the number. But that, you know, that's not the point.
At first, didn't you think he was trying to be funny, though?
Yeah.
The radio's on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
He was being funny, but then when his wife got on, he got all upset.
He really turned.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I apologize to
Sounded
Janie.
like you wanted to play around at first.
Yeah.
I apologize to Janie.
If his wife didn't pick up, we would have been fine.
Who knows? It's all speculation.
Howard
now.
who? Yeah.
Howard who?
Howard Belzer?
Well, you know what? He just saw that review, so he must be real to review the movie. Anyway, he was a friend of mine.
Yeah, forget him. What do you need him for?
It's not a question of need. It's just a question of, you know someone.
Why is he a friend, though?
Well, we have.
What do you call a friend?
Yeah, does he ever have you over?
All right, I stand corrected. He used to be my friend. We used to be so close.
Pretty wild.
Howard, you seem a little upset.
Well, I'm upset that I didn't get to talk to him. I really wanted to have a dialogue.
I thought he wanted to deal with it too. He says, "I want to handle this. I want to deal with it."
Yeah, I thought because he started doing bits saying, "Is my radio on?" and "Is this Howard Belzer?" And
yeah, he was gonna do. He was gonna
getting
talk
into
to us.
a riff.
I was gonna say to him, like, my point is that I know he listens every day, and I know he's just obsessed because he's not relevant anymore. He's obsessed with me because I am relevant. That's all that is.
Well, let's call Dan Aykroyd now.
Yeah. Who else can we talk to from the old Saturday Night Live?
They're the only two left. But, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But I've always felt.
Hey, Bells, I noticed you stayed pretty quiet during that. Why didn't you try to convince him?
Well, I was waiting to hear what he was going to say. I would have talked about anything you want. I was just amazed at his demeanor. It was so intense, yeah. It was pretty grim.
How old are his daughters?
15, 55, and 11. No, I don't know.
I wonder if they...
No, his daughters are at the age probably where they are huge fans of mine, and he can't deal with it. That's got to also be another blow to his sort of ego.
Or maybe his wife listens.
Yeah, can't take it. I mean, why else would he be...
Well, there wasn't any lack of familiarity.
I'm going to hear about this. I'm going to hear about this.
Don't want to leave now, do you, Bill?
Do you? You want to stay here?
I'm going to stay here.
Why don't you just stay here? Why don't you sign up to be on the show every morning? You won't have to leave.
I may not be in his next movie, Invisible Man 2.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't worry about it.
All right. I shouldn't worry about it?
No.
Okay. We tried to engage him in a witty repartee, but he was...
If he had something to say, we certainly gave him an opportunity.
He was grim and upset that you called him at his house at 7.
What is the big deal?
What happened to the comedy?
I don't know.
That's the question.
It's gone. It's all gone. He's Gerald Ford. I told you that.
Humor died today.
Yeah.
Bob Hope has more humor. We
now,
call
wow,
Bob
ladies
Hope
and
early in the morning.
Sammy Davis handled the call.
Sammy Davis was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Where is Sammy?
Sammy
call
got
him.
out of the bathtub to talk to you.
I have Afterlife Waiting on my phone. We can call him.
Afterlife Waiting.
It's a little more expensive than call waiting.
Where is Sammy Davis? Can we get him?
Sammy Davis, Sammy Davis, Sammy Davis.
Sammy Davis was great when we called him.
Yeah.
Chevy has no class. What is his deal? Come on, have some fun. Talk about how you don't like me, which is fine.
It's not that early.
Right.
I'll handle this.
I could have called him at 4 a.m. at his house. I didn't do that.
See, I thought you were being nice to wait as long as you did.
Yeah, and I
would have called him earlier.
He is just,
Robin said call him now. It's 4 a.m.
He is so livid that you got the number. I think that's great.
Yeah, but I'm the kind of guy that rips it up afterwards. I don't give it to someone.
No, I know you don't give it to me, but just the idea that you got it.
But I can have anybody's number.
Well, you know what he'll be doing today. He'll be spending the whole day getting his number changed.
Yeah, but I won't call him again.
Doesn't matter. He'll do it anyway.
I got everybody's. When I was having my worst fights with, like, Dice or something, I had all his home phone numbers.
Let's call Brando.
It's called Brando.
Anybody got Brando's home phone number?
You want Brando's home phone number? I can get it.
No, I want to call him on the air and hear his answering
I can get it.
Oh, it's Marlon Brando. I'm not in right now. If you have a message, leave it up.
I need Marlon Brando's home phone number. Can someone get it for me?
Home phone, the one on Mulholland.
Right.
The one next to Nicholson's house.
I imagine that Bells drives by all these houses.
What's up, man?
I don't know, John and I were just talking. Didn't you think it was sort of odd that she knew exactly what was going on, his wife?
Yes.
I mean, she was right. She knew everything that was going on. So either she was listening or every single friend they have called the house this morning.
No, we're not on there now. I think what happened...
No, but I was doing a rap at about 6 this morning.
Yeah, we started early this morning.
Yeah.
All morning.
So he must have got
What time is that on there?
3.
Oh, you mean so somebody heard it last night?
Yeah.
But also, remember how long the maid was gone for?
Yeah.
The maid was probably saying to his wife, Howard Stern on the phone, Howard Stern, and she's gone, Howard Stern, 7:30, she probably got upset.
I think she was just mad that I called her.
Well, him and his wife were arguing about whether or not they should come to the front.
I apologized to Janie.
Well, it was a real weird thing because the woman kept saying, Chevy Chase don't live here, Chevy Chase don't live here. And I said, please put Janie on, which was thank you for that, Richard. And then he grabbed the phone right out of her hand and he goes, I'll take care of this, Janie, whatever the maid's name, I'll take care of this. He was like real angry.
Really?
So he's angry from the very beginning.
Oh, sure.
All right.
He was,
what if he beats me up?
But you could hear the kids screaming in the back,
Screaming?
No, like the kids play. So that's
Kids were excited that I was on the phone.
Howard, Dad, take it. Get to your room. Go to your room.
Howard's not a big star. You don't understand.
Go to your room.
Howard's nobody.
Stop getting excited over Howard Stern.
I'm going to get beat up now by Chevy.
No, you're not.
He's bigger than me.
He's got a bad back. You can take it.
Oh, Chevy's the one calling Cary Grant a fag on Johnny Carson. What happened?
He did not say that.
What did he call him?
He said he was a woman, and that is not. That was a whole misunderstanding. I have to stand up for him on that.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I call you a woman doesn't mean you're gay. It's just a comedic device.
Carrie evidently didn't understand it.
Imagine the poor guy, his daughter's going, you don't understand, Dad. Howard Stern's on TV Saturday night.
Yeah, you're not.
That's funny.
And you don't want to watch Dad's old show. You want to watch this one.
He sounds like an old man now. He's like, I don't appreciate his sense of humor.
It was your dad.
It was my dad on the phone.
Can we play back part of that for a second? Let's do a voice analysis.
You want to?
Well,
Stress analysis?
Just the last part of what he said. Howard, I want to tell you something. You know, when he got like really Republican and serious and Gerald Fordish.
You got that?
Well, no. You know how you said you could get anything you ever wanted?
Right.
What is it?
Brando's home.
Ah!
There it is. Brando's house.
No.
Who called? Somebody from California?
Yeah, you know, it's...
We have sources, but I can't tell you what they are. Else
That's
cool. That's cool. I don't want to know.
There's people that have to deal with celebrities in every aspect of their life, and not every single one of them is going to like them.
See, but Marlon Brando wouldn't have a sense of humor about us calling him. But I thought Chevy would.
You never know.
I sort of suspected he would.
Howard, listen, this is Howard Belzer. Look, I don't like you, Howard. Don't call my house.
Howard Belzer.
Janie, give me that phone.
Got it?
Do you know Janie and Chevy fairly well?
I've known Chevy for, over 20 years.
Did he used to have a sense of humor?
Chevy is one of the funniest, sweetest guys in the world. I knew him when he used to be funny.
Really?
Let's put it that way.
I
knew him when he was almost nice.
I mean, we've even called Bells on the phone and awakened him. He's never...
Well, you did once to me that I was a little upset about that.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
I forgive you.
Yeah, hey, you made a mistake.
I didn't say, Howard, I don't like you. Don't call here.
Well, you heard him mumbling.
Brando's home.
There it is. That's for you,
Chevy,
I won't even call it. I just to know.
Well,
I
have it.
Give
put
it
in my
back.
book. Put it in your book and open it up in front of your friends.
It falls open.
Oh, Jesus, Marlon Brando's home phone.
Oh, boy. I am so impressed with myself.
That's for you. That's my gift to you.
Thank you, Howard. I appreciate it. And I won't even call it.
No, don't call it.
Because I don't.
How do you know what number that is then?
No, that's it.
I don't know how.
I'm telling you, that's it. Gary
But
checked
you'll
it.
never know.
Put it. What are you going to put it under? M or B?
Both.
Really? It'll be under M and
So
B.
And
anywhere
S for
the book
star.
falls.
S for star. M for Marlon. B for Brando. G for what?
A
Godfather.
for actor.
G for Godfather.
G for Godfather.
O for On the Waterfront. A for Apocalypse Now.
O for out of luck because his son's killed.
All right.
Or Oscar. You could have O
His
for
son
Oscar.
killed someone. So what if you have, 50 guns around the house and,
Right.
Well,
I'm very disappointed in that conversation with Jeannie and Chevy, but...
Well, Jeannie
I guess they won't be
was
doing
being
the show again.
protective and she was doing her job.
Yeah.
I thought Chevy was very grim and humorless, and I'm sorry for that, and I hope he gets his sense of humor back. I know the movie got bad reviews, but...
I want to hear it again.
Yeah, well, you know what? I can't make that happen that fast, and we got to get out of
Oh,
here.
you're kidding.
So let me say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good morning. Nice to see you again, Howard. Are we off the air now?
No, I got to tell you.
Yeah, we're off the air.
Oh,
what would you want to tell me?
Son of a, you know what? Another thing about Chevy, he wears, and he has a prosthesis, and he doesn't have a penis, and he has fake private parts, and he wears he has ass implants.
There we go.
Ass
implants.
And he's got silicone ear implants, and he doesn't do drugs, and.
You think Chevy was wearing a smoking jacket? I mean, I don't know.
And it had a pipe in his
Yeah, pipe.
Chevy,
Listen,
April
young
Fools, we're just kidding, man. We love you.
Yeah.
Listen, young man. This is
I don't
nice.
Chevy, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I don't like you.
It was like the Michael Eisner thing he did.
What did he do?
He was at a dinner, and Michael Eisner was there.
Yeah.
The head of Disney.
Yeah.
And Chevy got up to the podium and said, and he looked at Michael Eisner and said, how'd you like it if I in your mouth?
Wow.
In front of black tie, all these kind of... So a guy who could do such a great irreverent joke, you would think that when Howard Stern, Mr. Irreverence, next to myself, would call him up...
Thank you.
You're welcome. Call him up, and he would engage in a great...
Isn't this great? We're actually now analyzing the last half hour of the show. We're actually...
But
you
it's
sound like Gary at the end of the Grammys.
Yeah, right.
It's interesting, though.
It is interesting, isn't it?
It was an interesting moment. And
I was sort of
I
disappointed.
guarantee you, I'm going to have to call you next week.
But here's a guy...
When I go back to L.A. to tell you the fallout.
Right, but here's a guy who wanted to go on the air with us, obviously. He wouldn't have picked up the phone. He would have just hung up. You know what I'm saying? We said, hey, we're, Howard Stern show. We want to go on the radio with him. And then he picks up.
How swift his staff was to... Chevy doesn't live here. Well, give me his wife. Okay, and she gives him the phone.
Yeah, right.
It took him a half an hour to come back with that.
Right.
Chevy doesn't live here.
Well, I think Janie got upset when the maid came to the room and said Howard Stern's on the phone. I mean, I can understand that. But Chevy being so grim...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well...
I thought he was a humorist.
Well, obviously I won't be calling him again.
You can tear up that number.
He's calling all around Hollywood now saying Belzer's finished.
Belzer's done. But Belzer,
he'll never work in this town again.
Yeah.
You've been part of good radio. That's what counts.
Great radio.
Right.
If I'm going to lose my career, it's got to be over something great.
Something good.
Yeah.
All right.
You kidding me?
How could a guy who've been friends with, like, Belushi...
Yeah, I mean, like, Belushi never called him at an odd hour.
Right. I mean, how could he not get into that?
I don't know.
I think he was about to get into it. I think his wife got...
He was starting to do some...
What? I mean, he calmed her down. Get off the phone.
I tell you, I don't like the way he talked to his wife, frankly.
No, why can't she mouth off to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, he really was awful to her.
You know, what did she didn't do anything wrong.
Well, she was yelling at me.
She was trying to protect him from you, and he yells at her.
Right. That's wrong.
Now, wait a minute.
That's right. That's wrong. That's right. That's wrong.
Honeymoon's over.
All right. We'll be back right after this.
The Howard Stern